0% or bonus cash during our President's Day event at Man Chrysler. Hurry before this term is up.
Man, what a deal.
Man Chrysler in Maysville, Mount Sterling, Richmond, and at manmountsterling.com.
Hey everybody, Joe with BJ, the owner of West Shore Home. And BJ, I know we've talked a lot in the past about how your team makes the bath remodeling process so easy and efficient. But today, we get to see the process up close.
That's right, Joe. Good morning. Well, let's go over to the bathroom and check it out. All right, Joe, so what you see here is a pretty typical job for us. It's a little bit old and outdated, this one dating back to the 60s. And people are going to replace this for two reasons. First, they want something more modern and stylish. Second, it's for the maintenance. They're really tired of dealing with the grout and the mold and the mildew, and they want something that's going to be easier to clean.
So you're going to replace this bath with a brand new bath, and you're going to do it in one day.
That's right, Joe. We replace hundreds of baths like this every single day, and we're going to take out this old, outdated tub and replace it with something beautiful and modern.
I got to see this.
All right, let's get started.
Okay, so it's around noon right now. They just finished the tear out of the old bath. They're super efficient. It's super clean in here too. And now it's time to install the new bath. Wow. So modern, so beautiful, and what a transformation. Folks, seeing really is believing, and you saw it here today. The experts at West Shore Home can transform your bathroom just like this, and they can do it in one day. They really make it easy. So if you're tired of dealing with your old bath, call the number on your screen right now to set up a free quote on a bath replacement and take advantage of this special offer. Get your new shower or bath for as little as $99 a month. And if you call now, West Shore Home will completely waive the installation cost, so you can get that project started with free installation too. Give West Shore Home a call to get your project started today.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthTalks.com to view a video of nurse practitioner Catherine Messinger on addiction recovery services in Richmond. Baptist Health Richmond. Be a healthier you.
If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Drive off like you're the chief executive during the President's Day event at Man Chrysler. Get 0% financing and 0 down.
Man, what a deal.
Man Chrysler in Maysville, Mount Sterling, Richmond, and at manchrysler.com.
Get the news you need on the WKYT News app. Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening. The sun was a glimpse of hope today. Out there trying to melt some of the ice in parts of our region. This video we have, I believe we're going to show it to you, shows some ice crystals melting from a home. The sun did look good, but folks, it will not be enough as a new storm is making its way into the bluegrass.
It was something, though, at least out there today. It is the third storm in less than a week. Our First Alert Weather Day continues tonight. Let's get you right over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Chris?
You know, all that melting of those icicles are going to do is just make them a little longer now that they're freezing up. The sunlight during the day, this time of year, it's a little higher angle, so we can actually melt just a little bit of some snow and ice when the sun is out. We don't expect to see a whole lot of sun the next few days. WKYT First Alert Weather Day through Friday with cold air on Friday night. Between now and then is that next winter storm. This is more snow than ice this go around. So that is one good aspect of this. A winter weather advisory is out across parts of northern and western sections of the region. Winter storm warning from the Bluegrass Parkway south from I-64, from Lexington to Moorhead to Ashland, and point south from there for the potential of anywhere from a couple to as much as 6 inches of snow. Now, even though we have the 2 to 4 here, does that mean somebody can't come in with a little greater than 4 inches of snow? Nope. that does not mean that. That just means the general trend is for a 2 to 4 inch snowfall. That's fairly widespread, more to the south and southeast, and also the farther southeast you get along the Virginia border counties. We have to watch for a little bit of some ice and plain old rain for a while late tonight and early tomorrow. You can see the moisture streaming in upstairs. The majority of this is still not reaching the ground. I'm waiting to get those first flake reports somewhere out of central and south central Kentucky. I just got a few out of the Bowling Green area with snow around Nashville. That goes all the way back. This is some shutdown stuff in terms of snow into West Tennessee, Mississippi, and down into Louisiana. Of course, the farther south you go, it doesn't take as much to shut things down. That's your low pressure that continues to lift its way to the north and northeast, so it's got that plume of moisture that is aimed right into the Arctic cold that is on top of the Ohio Valley. This will be a wetter snow, so my concern continues to be power issues are going to resurface. Not that we're still dealing with major power outages, but guys, the possibility of even more power outs over the next 24 hours is on the increase as this wet snow clings to those ice-covered trees and power lines.
Chris, thank you. Now, Lexington's main roads are, for the most part, clear tonight. Side roads, though, are a tricky, maybe even a dangerous mess.
Yes, they are. And snow plows are out right now. They're trying to tackle some of those streets. So take a look at this map right here. And where you see the arrows moving right here, those are plows that are out right now doing the work. And then all of these other blue dots here on the map are where road crews have been trying to clear those streets, getting out there in some of those neighborhoods and on some of those side streets. So we can track this sort of in real time. But as the city prepares for this next storm, all of the focus is going to shift back to those main roads. And our Shelby Smithson is live here in Lexington. She's in the Polo Club neighborhood with the latest from city leaders. Good evening, Shelby.
Good evening. Now, from the main roads to some of these neighborhood streets, the difference is really night and day. You can see Polo Club Boulevard right behind me is nearly completely clear, but when you compare that to turning into some of these neighborhoods, this one on Deer Haven Lane, it's still completely covered in snow and ice. Now, Lexington Streets and Roads Department has started working on these side roads and neighborhoods, but when the third round of winter weather hits, their focus is going to turn back to those major roadways. We met a neighbor working to clear off his drive enough to pull his car out, and he told us it was hard enough navigating the neighborhood after the first round of ice, and now this will add another layer of difficulty.
First, I'm thinking, is my car going to be able to handle this? It's only a front-wheel drive. It's a pretty small car. I was having trouble getting on my driveway earlier this week with all the ice, so we'll see how it goes.
We're still trying to clear our neighborhood streets. Just from a couple nights ago, the plan is designed for a 1 to 3 inch snow to be completed within 36 hours. And of course, we've had a lot more than that, and we actually had to bring in the contract help.
Now, Allen did say that it will likely take less time to clear those major roadways after this third round of winter weather, since they are already clear right now, and he's hoping they can get back to the side streets and the neighborhoods as quickly as possible. Live in Lexington, Shelby Smithson, WKYT.
Shelby, thank you. We've just learned the city is suspending waste collection tomorrow. They ask you to keep your trash at the curb, out of the way of road crews, to make sure that they are not inhibited. No makeup day has been decided as of yet. People in Laurel County are bracing for this next storm. Those without power hoping to get their heat back on before tonight. It
is likely, though, that may not happen. More snow on top of the ice is expected to make their situation worse. WKYT's Phil Pendleton is live for us now in Laurel County, tracking the restoration efforts there. Good evening, Phil.
Good evening, Sam and Amber. There is a crew from Jackson Energy just right behind me. They've been working on a transmission line here in the Kiwi community of Laurel County. All told, there's still thousands of people without electricity in Laurel County. They are working in hopes of restoring this transmission line so they can get the lights and the power back on, also probably the heat for many people. And again, about 4,000 people without power in Laurel County. They're Jackson Energy customers. That's about half the number who were without power yesterday. Earlier today, I talked to people stocking up at the Corbin Walmart, some who went without power for quite some time.
We lost power for about 8 hours the other night. But
what was that like?
We did well. We have a propane heater that we had got, and so we ran that for most of the night.
And Jackson Energy tells me that they do have out-of-state crews here. A crews from Alabama and Georgia came up to Kentucky to help people restore power. Hundreds of crews working on these power lines, hoping that their work doesn't increase in a major way after what happens tonight and tomorrow. Live in Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Yeah, Phil, thank you. A live look there at those crews working so very hard tonight and a lot of long hours. A spokesperson for the Laurel County Sheriff's Office says that crews have done a good job removing debris from roads, saying that nearly all of the roads are clear.
A warning tonight after a Laurel County woman died of carbon monoxide poisoning. More than 4,000 people are without power in that area right now, and some are using generators to get by. But generators can be dangerous if they're not used correctly. Our Chelsea Jones talked to state police about how to prevent these tragedies.
Kentucky State Police are warning people about the dangers of generators. Troopers say a woman in Laurel County died yesterday from suspected carbon monoxide poisoning.
This lady was a pillar in the community, and, you know, people that I work with in the Kentucky State Police, she was family to them.
61-year-old Diane Ragland was at home with her husband, Tony, and 6-year-old grandson. Tony says the sump pump in the basement had stopped working due to the power outage. To fix it, he put a generator in the garage. Shortly after, the family was rushed to the hospital where Diane died. As many wait for power, hardware stores are having a hard time keeping generators on shelves.
I saw on Facebook last night a guy about killed his dog. He was running his generator in the garage, and he had to resuscitate his dog.
Harold Binge says customers are quick to buy generators without knowing how to properly use them. He explains the machines give off carbon monoxide. Using them indoors can be fatal.
And of course, anything with an open flame is dangerous too, like propane heaters, kerosene heaters. You know, if you read the directions that come with the stuff, you'll be all right. You got to crack on the window, let fresh oxygen in, because anything with a flame can burn all your oxygen out. It's very dangerous.
In Laurel County, Chelsea Jones, WKYT.
So let's talk some more about this because it's tricky. Carbon monoxide is odorless and colorless, so it's important you know the symptoms. The CDC says the most common, headache, dizziness, weakness, an upset stomach, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion, almost flu-like. So if you start to feel these symptoms, you should get to fresh air immediately. And another tip to avoid carbon monoxide exposure, don't run a vehicle inside your garage, even if the door is open, and don't heat your house with a gas oven. Don't use a generator or a portable heater inside the house or garage. And make sure that all generators are at least 20 feet or more from windows and doors.
We continue to track power outages in Kentucky. This map shows those areas still without power. Right now, more than 85,000 customers are in the dark and without heat. You can see most of them southern and eastern Kentucky there. Some of these areas have been without power since last week. And Sam, you really feel for a lot of those folks that are still dealing with this.
As cold as it's getting.
Yes, absolutely. Well, in Jackson County, more than 3,000 people there are without power. A state of emergency remains in effect.
A warming center is open to help people stay out of the cold. As WKYT's Olivia Russell shows us, crews are working around the clock to try to clear the roads and restore power before this next winter storm rolls in.
If they give a winter storm, you just go out and get food and water. And we try to stay home as much as we can.
People in Jackson County are preparing as best they can as they get ready for more winter weather. But some are still recovering from Monday's storm.
Well, our power went out. We got electric heat. I got a kerosene heater, but no kerosene.
The power outages were widespread throughout the county.
76% of Jackson County was out of power at one point in time.
Thousands are still without power on Wednesday, forcing crews to work around the clock, removing trees and restoring lines. The Kentucky National Guard was also called in to help.
Just having those guys out helping with the tree crews at this time, that takes some of our firefighters from having to be with the tree crews and allows them to go out and deliver heat sources or food or get somebody out to stranded.
For those without power, the county has opened a warming center at Tyner Elementary School. Officials say it'll be open for a while as more power outages are expected with the next round of snow.
All the work our crews have done if it comes a big snow, I mean, it could be for nothing. Could have to go back and cut the same trees out, put the same power lines back up.
Even though their work will likely be reversed in less than 24 hours, crews will remain active throughout the winter storm.
We can't stop. We got to keep going.
In Jackson County, Olivia Russell, WKYT.
Also, the National Guard is helping to transport people to and from the Tyner Elementary Warming Center.
I was able to have it for 4 years ago. Right now, it's a little difficult.
Coming up, a Lexington couple says they are thankful for road crews, but their efforts are making it harder for them to leave their home. The details coming up after weather.
A little bit of light snow starting to reach the ground now across southern and south central Kentucky. We're going to track this beginning of our next winter storm into town up next.
Find your perfect match at Don Franklin Chevrolet. Drive away in the all-new 2021 Chevy Equinox as low as $19,990, or save thousands on the all-new 2021 Chevy Silverado 1500, now as low as $31,965. Find new roads at Don Franklin Chevrolet today.
Attention Kentuckians. If you have tested positive for COVID-19 and are experiencing symptoms, you may be eligible for an FDA-authorized IV infusion therapy. This outpatient treatment for COVID-19 may decrease your chances of becoming seriously ill, reduce your symptoms, or shorten the term of your illness. Talk to your healthcare provider to see if you qualify for the COVID-19 therapy available at ARH. For more information, go to arhcovid19.com.
Still a traffic jam, just better views. Still making an entrance, just turning more heads. Still your to-do list, just getting more done. Still packing up, just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Get a $4,250 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
The right time for me is when my health became a real concern.
I kept losing the same 10 pounds over and over. None of my clothes fit. None.
Your right time is personal, but at Ageless, great results are universal. We've helped thousands meet their weight loss goal. Call right now for your free consultation and receive $100 off your lifetime membership.
I called Ageless today because now is the right time.
Now is the right time.
Is it your right time?
Tax time is savings time, and Paul Miller Auto Outlet wants to help stretch your tax and stimulus money farther. Use your refund or stimulus money and get approved for a quality pre-owned vehicle today. It's easy, with prices starting at just $49.95. We've partnered with the best lenders for additional funds, so no matter what your credit looks like, we can help you get approved. Remember, tax time is savings time at Paul Miller Auto Outlet.
You could be approved. Get to Paul Miller Auto Outlet now.
Take advantage of monumental discounts during the President's Day sale at Mattress Overstock. Save up to $800 on name brand adjustable mattress sets. Plus get 0% financing for 60 months and free delivery. Shop local at any of our 5 locations or buy online at mattressoverstock.us.
Everyone's buzzing about buying local. With the recent bee shortage, I'm keeping a colony of bees right in my backyard. The bees that made this honey were cared for and given the attention they needed. That's why UK Federal Credit Union should be your local bank.
Find your perfect match at Don Franklin Lexington Buick GMC. Drive away in the all-new redesigned 2021 Envision as low as $27,500, or save over $8,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2021 GMC Terrain. Save today at Don Franklin Lexington Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
WKYT First Alert Weather Day as we time this next round of snow into parts of southern Kentucky. It's beginning to arrive now on my Twitter feed, getting reports of at least some flurries around the Eubank area, Pulaski County, and then toward sections of Russell County. Some light snow that is falling. Got our sky cam into London that is aimed at one of the trees there behind Big Daddy RV. That's where our cam is, right off Interstate 75. Take a look at that tree that is just absolutely weighed down by the ice. Now, this is an area that can pick up several inches of snow. Think of this is a wet snow too. So you look at this tree that is already just drooping down. It's almost splitting here at the top. Think about putting a couple of 3 or 4 inches of snow on top of that, on those trees. The amount of weight is going to bring some more trees and limbs and power lines down. Right now into downtown Lexington, no flakes that are showing up, although the roads are in much, much better shape compared to what we have been seeing. 22 with a wind chill of 11. Winds out of the northeast now at 10 miles an hour. Northeasterly wind around here is actually a good signal for snow into central and eastern Kentucky. That means your low pressure is to the south of you, and a northeast wind, you know we're going to get in on that colder air. And then the soundings from the cloud down to the ground. Instead of that warm level that we talked about a couple of days ago, giving us the freezing rain and sleet, it is 32 or below from the clouds down to where we live in central Kentucky. Winter storm warning, winter weather advisory. Some areas are going to see around 4 inches of snow across the bluegrass area. Farther to the south, we're going to be talking about the potential of upwards of 6 inches. Now, can some of that sneak a little farther to the north? Yeah, but this is right now the latest call based on the current trends that we're seeing. Farther to the southeast, just a little nose of some warmer air may briefly switch you over to some rain, if not a little bit of ice. This is not a big time, it's not a true ice storm signature this go around. Snow trying to reach the ground, as we mentioned, here into southern Kentucky. Those brighter whites, Russell Springs, over toward Columbia, Lake Cumberland, right on top of Somerset, the aforementioned Eubank, Nashville, southwest on 40, Memphis, Tennessee, snowing almost to the Gulf of Mexico yet again. We had thunder and lightning with snow into Louisiana. Brand new future radar as we go through the remainder of the evening. We'll watch that snow band mid to latter part of the evening expanding across the entire area. Where you see those darker blues, it's where it's coming down pretty good. And unfortunately, that would be heavy, wet snow in the darker blues. And that would be falling on areas that have the biggest potential for icing, or that currently have the most ice on the trees. You don't have the biggest potential, you got the most ice on the trees. Little break in the morning. Here comes that next wave as we get into tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening. Then that begins to pull away and cold air crashes on in from the northwest. Not that it isn't cold already, I'm just talking about single-digit temperatures again as we go into Friday morning and for the day on Saturday morning when we can make a run at 0. This morning, we made a run in Lexington. I think we came up 2 degrees shy of 0. Cynthiana was -1. Snow moves in this evening, a few inches by morning, a little break in the middle of the day tomorrow, and another snow wave into the afternoon. I can't rule out some snow showers and flurries. Frigid temperatures, going to feel like the single digits for a wind chill on Friday. Hey, say hello to the weekend. A little bit of thaw. Say hello to 50. Tuesday and Wednesday. I think most of us would just like to go up and give 50 a hug on that 7-day forecast, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Great big hug.
There you go, bear hug.
We've cheered for sleet this week. We've cheered for now, 0 for the temperature, and now we're going to cheer for that 50 for sure. Well, Lexington road crews, we know they are working hard to plow and salt the roads.
One couple says although they appreciate the crews' efforts, the crews have created a mess for them outside their home. So take a look. DeWard Walton lives off of Polo Club Boulevard. His home sits there on the corner. And while the main road is clear, plow trucks have piled up snow and ice in front of their driveway, blocking or snowing them in even more than they already are.
I have nothing but praise for the transportation department and the way they've cleared the roads. I know they're busy and they're on a heavy schedule. It's difficult for them, but it's also difficult for me when they do this.
Well, Walton says he's much older now, so clearing the snow is more of a taxing process. You know, the problem is it's not light snow.
Right.
It's this slush and ice that is really heavy, and it's hard to move.
And it's extra hard work. It's already hard enough, and then it's just that extra on top of it.
Feel
for sure. Yeah.
Well, we continue to track the coronavirus here in the Commonwealth.
Cases today are on the lower end, as well as deaths as well. Here's a look at today's numbers. Kentucky adds 1,017 new COVID cases and 18 new deaths. Kentucky now has more than 391,000. The death toll is now up to 4,336. Although cases are somewhat low, the positivity rate is creeping back up a bit. Today, it's at 6.99%. Well, here it is, February. It feels like football weather, and we have a lot of football to start talking about. I don't know that this is true football weather, Brian Milam.
If you're in Green Bay, Sam's a Green Bay guy.
Packer weather.
Over in Clark County, they have hired a championship football coach. And what about Morehead State? They start their spring season coming up this weekend. Cats and Vandy tonight. Who's going to take the big shot if there is one? We'll talk about it next.
WKYT First Alert Weather is brought to you by Quantrell Cadillac. Come see what's new at Lexington Furniture. Quality name brand furniture and accessories are arriving daily and available for immediate delivery. Lexington Furniture, from lifestyle to traditional and everything in between.
Find your perfect match at Don Franklin Nissan in Somerset. During the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event, get the all-new 2021 Road for as low as $25,401, or lease the all-new 2021 Altima for only $239 per month. Hurry into Don Franklin Somerset Nissan now between stoplights 16 and 17 in Somerset.
Sticky notes are part of our daily lives, and people have found some pretty creative uses for them. As Kentucky's insurance company, we appreciate the resourcefulness and the fact that billions of sticky notes are made each year right here in the Commonwealth. And we think that's something Kentuckians find pretty noteworthy. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
According to U.S. News and World Report, 3 of the top 4 hotels in Alabama are part of the Resort Collection on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, the Grand Hotel Golf Resort and Spa in Point Clear, and the Marriott Shoals Hotel and Spa in Florence. Book your trip at rtjgolf.com and make your plans to play and stay on Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
The shot at the buzzer, and it's good! Yeah. I tell you, he has ice in his veins.
Oh, Larry, it's freezing in here. Get up and call Fayette Heating and Air.
No heat? Get a $59 system check today. Fayette Heating and Air.
Family owned for more than 100 years. Quality service, friendly faces. The Margot Transmission.
Injured, hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Find your perfect match at Don Franklin Ford. Get the all-new 2021 Ford Explorer for as low as $32,299. Plus, save over $12,000 on all-new 2020 F-150s left in stock. Save thousands at Don Franklin Ford today.
Come see what's new at Lexington Furniture. Save on Hancock & Moore, Bernhardt, Taylor & King, Lexington Home Brands, and more. All available for immediate delivery. Lexington Furniture on Industry Road next to Market on National.
Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank.
Tonight, Kentucky meets up with good old Vandy, which can be an easy win at times, except when the Commodores play in Nashville. The last time these two met, Davion Mintz hit the game-winning three-pointer with 47 seconds remaining, and then the senior did the same thing against Auburn over the weekend, hitting a go-ahead trifecta with 33 ticks on the timer.
Well, he's open. So he was open in those situations. He was open to play before he didn't shoot it. And Cal was screaming at him on the bench when we ran the play again to shoot the ball. So Cal's been big on that with these guys. When the opportunity is there, you got to take advantage of it. That's been one of our problems, I think, at the end of ball games is we've been tentative. You can't be afraid to stick you can't just stick your toe in the water. You got to jump into the pool sometimes.
Oh, we'd love a pool right now. Saturday at noon, the Morehead State football Eagles open their 7-game spring schedule at James Madison. That's a tall task. After playing the defending national runners-up, the Eagles will play 6 games against conference opponents. MSU finished a game below 500 in 2019, and with COVID-19 still at large, having a senior-laden squad will help when it comes to navigating this unique season.
Right now, it's more important than ever, just because of what I talked about, about our team and the time that we didn't get to spend together like we normally would. And so when we did engage in team activities or virtual team activities, or when we started practice, that's very important. And it's kind of been the glue to our program.
2 months ago, Joe Chirico led the Paintsville Tigers to a Class A state football title. He wants to do the same thing in Winchester as the new coach of the George Rogers Clark Cardinals. Chirico was introduced today as the 12th football coach in school history and given the keys to the castle. The West Virginia native has been in the mountains for a long time as a coach and is now ready to tackle a new challenge in 6A football.
I love the people at Paintsville. I love the players I've coached. They're great kids. I love them all. They know it. The kids here will know I love them. And that was tough. that was home for 25 years. And to be a part of that community, I was blessed. And that's just a piece of the puzzle in our life that we'll never forget. And Clark County is now the other piece. And we're moving here and building our home here and our family here. But glad we got this opportunity.
Congratulations, Coach. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Take the news with you on the WKYT News app, on your streaming device, and on your radio at Mix 94.5.
0% on this HRV. And this one. 0% on this Pilot. And that Pilot. 0% on this CRV. That one too. 0% on the Passport. And 0% on the Ridgeline. Act fast to take home a versatile and rugged Honda during the final days of the Honda 0% event. Well-qualified buyers can get a great deal, like 0% APR financing on the purchase of select Honda models. You see them coming in your rearview mirror. Big trucks can cause big wrecks on our Kentucky roads.
I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs, the Hammer. We're here to stop these big trucks and their big insurance companies. If you've been injured by a dump truck, delivery truck, concrete truck, or any kind of big truck, we'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve.
Daryl Isaacs is your big truck lawyer. Don't wait. Call 800-800-8888.
Find your perfect match at Don Franklin Hyundai. Save $5,000 off MSRP on remaining all-new 2020 Sonatas and Santa Fe's. Plus, save $4,000 off MSRP on all-new 2020 Elantras left in stock. Hurry into Kentucky's #1 Hyundai dealer today.
Ryan Lemon here for Richmond Road Vet Clinic. Let's celebrate 40 years by adopting 40 pets. Visit richmondroadvetclinic.com/40 years to meet your new furry best friend like Strawberry.
Light up your new year with a top-rated Cadillac, or choose the most awarded automotive luxury brand for initial quality according to J.D. Power on 2020 models, or shine your brightest with an iconic Cadillac SUV or sedan and make every drive a celebration.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2021 Cadillac XT4 and XT5. Visit CorntrailCadillac.com.
Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Mingy Beef Jerky.
Tonight on The Breakdown, an extended live conversation with Lexington Mayor Linda Gorton about the city's response to 2 rounds of winter weather and a third on the way. Plus, we'll talk live with the CEO of Jackson Energy as the power company's crews work to get the lights back on for thousands of people in eastern Kentucky. That's tonight at 7 on The Breakdown on the CW Lexington.
All right, Chris, here we go again. We're watching a storm that, again, is going to come in 2 different waves, right?
Yeah, we get the main wave later on tonight, another wave middle of the afternoon into the early evening tomorrow. The concern is this isn't an ice storm. We're not worried about just a true ice storm out of this. We are worried more about accumulating snow. Normally, 2 to 6 inches of snow wouldn't be a big deal. But when you have so many trees and power lines that are caked in thick ice and sleet and some snow, won't take much more to knock some of those lines down. Snow is increasing from Nashville toward the northeast. We're going to follow it all evening long and have team coverage at 11.